kindly take out the fragrance? Just out of interest, let's have a sniff. Oh, Charlotte! Just don't get it. Why I thought that would suit me, I don't know. Did you know that some of the most unlikely makeup products contain fragrance? Well, neither did I until I started a deep dive into it. So if you'd like to find out which of your favourite products contain fragrance, then keep on watching. So why have I bothered looking into whether makeup products have fragrance in them or not? Well, I am allergic to citral and its derivatives, which are geraniol and limonene, and I'm also allergic to Peruvian balsam, which includes vanilla derivatives. All very complex, isn't it? Now, I think that this is something that women over 60 in particular should be aware of, because if you find that your skin is reacting in some way to a product, it might well be that you're actually allergic to it. Now, when I say allergic, all that happens is I get contact dermatitis, so it's not super serious. And the reason I found out that I was allergic to these products is I got a really bad case of contact dermatitis about 7-8 years ago. And finally, my dermatologist kept saying to me, you must go and get tested, or you should go and get tested. It was mainly to do with the fact that I had terrible dandruff. So eventually I did go and get tested, and that's what I found out. So I was allergic to citral, limonene, geraniol and Peruvian balsam, which includes vanilla. And now the other issue that I have is a lot of makeup products don't specify exactly which fragrance they contain. So sometimes they just use the generic term fragrance. And if I don't know what they mean by fragrance, if I don't know how they've broken that down, then I avoid the product. Now, the only products I don't avoid that have fragrance in them are usually shampoos and conditioners, because I wash them off and they don't stay on my skin for very long, and also hand wash. But anything else like hand cream, for example, I have to have a product that doesn't have fragrance in it because it's staying on my skin. So without further ado, let me talk you through the products that I bought without realising that they had fragrance in them, and some of them I think you might be surprised by. Now, the first product is Tartelette Lil Juicy. Now, this is an absolutely gorgeous palette. It smells very heavily of vanilla. I hadn't realised at the time that a derivative of Peruvian balsam is vanilla. Now, look at this beautiful palette, but I tell you what, as soon as you open it, it smells very, very strongly of vanilla. In fact, it's that lovely smell you get with vanilla pods. You know, if you're using a vanilla pod in a custard or something. And by the way, I can eat vanilla quite happily. I just can't put it on my skin. But that's what this smells like. And as you probably know, I'm sure many of you know how gorgeous the Tarte palettes are. But sadly, I can't wear this because I'm going to react to it. So beware, if you are allergic or you think you've reacted to this palette, that might be the reason. Now, another Tarte product that has fragrance in it, and that's, I would say, is quite surprising, is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. Now, why has this got fragrance in it? Why has any makeup product got fragrance in it? I know we could talk about Dior and Chanel, and all their products seem to have fragrance in them, and actually Tom Ford. So I suppose a lot of kind of couture houses that have perfume, they tend to have fragrance in their products. But why does Tarte have it in? There's absolutely no reason to have it in a concealer, but sadly it does. And it's a lovely concealer. It was only when I started getting dry patches around my eyes that I looked into the ingredients and found that it had fragrance. Now, another couple of products that you wouldn't think would have fragrance in them are these two lovely, lovely blushers by Milk Makeup. In fact, they're for cheeks and lips, and I used to use them all the time. I love them, love them, love them. They've got fragrance in them, so I can't wear them, which is a real bore. Now, interestingly, I also have the Milk Makeup bronzer stick, and there's no fragrance in that. So please, Milk Makeup, if you're reformulating these at any time, could you kindly take out the fragrance? Thank you. Now, here are a couple of very nice highlighters, reasonably priced. This is the Max Factor Miracle Glow, which I would say is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter. And this is Born to Glow by NYX. It's a liquid illuminator, and they are both gorgeous, but both contain fragrance, I'm afraid. So no good for me. Now, we've got a very nice Trinny London blusher. This one here, very, very nice colour, right up my alley, a sort of dusty, rosy, pinky colour. There it is there. Sadly, it contains fragrance, so I can't wear it. Now, a couple of other really fantastic drugstore products, which I really loved until I found out that they contain fragrance, are these Lottie London Slay All Day matte lipsticks. But again, they've got fragrance in them. I don't really understand why a brand that sells itself as reasonably priced would add fragrance. I mean, just out of interest, let's have a sniff and see. See, that smells of alcohol to me, actually, and it probably does have alcohol in it, but it also has fragrance in it. Why? Now, I don't know if you've come across a brand called Iconic London, but they are sold in Boots, but they're not exactly drugstore. I'd say they're sort of a step up from that. And they do this beautiful lip gloss, kind of lip oil, lip treatment, I suppose, but it's got fragrance in it. And they also do a very nice setting spray, which also has fragrance in it. Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte, why have you put fragrance in your lipsticks? Pillow Talk, which as you can see, I've almost completely used up. Until I found out that it had fragrance in it, I stopped using it. And this one is, let me see, Pillow Talk. Oh yeah, that's a deeper shade of Pillow Talk. I mean, they are beautiful lipsticks. I love them, but I cannot wear them. I mean, I could wear them, but I don't want to end up with dry patches. I have enough dry patches as it is. And this one, I think, is an even deeper one. Must be Pillow Talk something else. They're all Pillow Talks anyway. Oops. Look at them. They're all absolutely gorgeous. And all of them contain fragrance. Now, Beauty Pie is an interesting one because some of its products contain fragrance and some don't. And again, I'd love to know why that is. And 2 of their lip products contain fragrance. So this one, which is a matte lip. Oh, no, it's a gloss. I beg its pardon. Wondergloss. And that's got fragrance in it. And so has the Beauty Pie Super Healthy Skin Nourishing Lip Balm. I mean, what's that doing with fragrance in it, for goodness sake? I mean, you can't really smell anything on that one. Yeah, this one's very vanilla-y, that one. So that's probably the culprit in this one. But this one, I mean, it says it's Super Healthy Skin. Why would you put fragrance in that? Just don't get it. Now, I bought a couple of lipsticks during lockdown, so I got the wrong shades by Uoma Beauty. I think I'd bought, oh that's right, I bought their concealer. Sally Hughes recommended it and I had liked it. So I thought I'd try a couple of their lip products, but sadly they contain fragrance and also they're completely the wrong shades, but they are nice lipsticks. I'll just show you quickly. This is rather an interesting colour. Why I thought that would suit me, I don't know. But it is rather fab. And this one, actually, sadly, the bullet's broken a bit, but let me just show you. They feel lovely and creamy, but that one just wasn't right for me. I think it's a bit too warm, a bit too apricot-y, but they are really nice. But just beware, if you do buy a Uoma product, check the ingredients list if you're allergic, because they do contain fragrance, or at least these lip products do. And finally, another lipstick, and this one's by YSL, which of course is a couture house, which is probably why its products contain fragrance, although I don't get the point of it. You can't really smell anything. It's a beautiful red, actually. That's it there. And I got this given free to me in Sephora when I was in France. Look at that dear little bullet. It's so cute, isn't it? It would be ideal if I could wear it. But sadly, it's got fragrance in it. Now, just to let you know, I have a helpful fact sheet that tells you what makeup products, both affordable and high-end, do not contain fragrance. Rather than you having to read the ingredients list from start to finish, I've done the homework for you. So all you need to do is click the link below in the description box and there you will find a plethora of makeup products that do not contain fragrance. So there you have it. I hope this video has been helpful to you, and let me know down below in the comments, are there any products that you found that are fragrance that you were shocked by? Because I must admit, I was really surprised about the Tarte. Have you found any products that you were surprised by that contain fragrance? I'd love to know. It would be great to keep a compilation list, and I can keep updating my fact sheet as I find out more. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd be so grateful if you'd give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. And thanks again so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're doing really well, and I'll look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.